Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Too Real Sports, where we keep it way too real.
Unapologetic, unbiased, uncensored up in here.
Yes, I am Mitri.
I'm Big Ev.
And this is episode Emmitt Smith, right? 22?
Yeah,
Emmitt Smith was on one of the greatest dynasties in football history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dallas Cowboys.
Very long. Yeah, that was the last time they were successful in the NFL too, by the way. And that's so whack though. It's crazy. I'm sitting here, when I asked you what, it's episode 22, right? I'm sitting here thinking, damn, can't think nobody with number 22 and I'm slipping.
Legendary Emmitt Smith.
Nah, we know that. I'm not denying that. I'm just like, I'm slipping.
Legendary.
But that was 1993 though, but
Nah, we about to start another one with Zeke and Dak and all them. But you know, we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, we don't rock no Gucci, Louis, nothing like that. But you know, I got on this exclusive Gatorade towel. You know what I'm saying? I figured, you know, today we gonna talk our top 5 of all time. So, of course, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already know he's on the list, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd go limited edition Gatorade towel on him.
Hit him with the bumper.
What else we talking about?
And then since we on talking about our top 5, we might as well lead over to what's going on in the NBA free agency this summer.
Yeah, man, caliente. Yeah, you know what I was thinking about with the free agency, and we'll get more in depth into all that. You know, it's cool, and one of my things I always like the NFL over the NBA, because NFL, this is like every summer where people, you know, great players change teams, so it is kind of cool that this is happening with the NBA and things like that. You know, it brings a lot of excitement to it. But
but the difference is it's actually parity in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? NFL all season, you don't know what's going on. We know what's going to happen next year, pretty much. In the NBA, man.
All right, we'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to kick it off with the top 5. Top 5. So top 5s of all time. Now, we know we're going to have Michael Jordan number 1.
Absolutely.
Right? So we'll go from 1 to 5.
Wait, before we get into the actual list, like, what's your criteria? What consists of your list? Like, what things combine that you?
Glad you asked that, good sir. You know, for one, I'll say for me, championships is not as big on the pie as most people. It is in my pie, but it's not the end-all be-all. For a lot of people, that's like the end-all be-all for what's the deal breaker. You know, I just believe in general. And while I was doing this, I definitely noticed that, you know, great players usually have a great coach. It's a great combination, great thing with timing. Like a Tim Duncan is a good example of that. A great player with a great coach. But we're not to say KG wasn't just as talented. He just ain't have, you know what I'm saying? So championships is not all that for me, or not the end-all, be-all. Me, it was impact, eye test, and for the culture. Yeah, what was your criteria for your top 5?
Nah, see, I'm big on winning, man. Like, the point of the game is to win, especially in basketball. One player can impact. There's 5 players on the court each team. One player can have one player's impact is great an all-time. A top 5 players' impact can have a tremendous outcome on the game, or a tremendous impact on the game. So it's pretty much like a totality of the career, stats combined, chips, accolades, MVPs. Finals, like a lot of things being done in the playoffs, and like it's totality of things, but definitely a lot of impact though. A lot of impact in winning. Winning got to be involved, and it can't be under 500. None of that under 500. None of that 1 and 2 nonsense, man. Well, you talking old time top 5 here.
You know, I got a nice number 5 for you. You know that. You know I got a nice, lovely number 5 for you.
You get crazy, I already know.
So yeah, let's talk about the GOAT.
So yeah, man.
Let's talk about the GOAT. You know, that's number 1 on both our lists. I don't know if you want to kick off with
Yeah, I'm gonna go across a couple of things MJ did in his career, and you could like kind of see what my criteria is as the things you gotta do in your career. So I'm gonna just pretty much say MJ had a 15-year NBA career. During that 15-year span, he was a 10-time scoring champ,
crazy,
3-time steals leader, 5-time regular season MVP. Made the All-NBA team 11 total times. 10 first, 1 time on the second team. And that was his.
That's crazy.
And that was his rookie year. I don't know why. What was his rookie year? Yeah, it was his rookie year. He still led the. I think he was first or second in scoring his rookie year. But
I didn't look this up. For some reason, I feel like he was first. I feel like he was like 38 points or something crazy, or 35, or I don't know.
Yeah, but who knows? But
we'll give them homework.
Yeah, definitely. A 9-time All defensive player, 9 times on the first team, so that's 9 total for his career.
That's crazy.
14 All-Star selections and 6-0 in the finals and 6 Finals MVPs. Like he pretty much had I think they did count the year he came back and played 17 games. That counts for his year because they played in the playoffs. So that was added to his year. And I'm not sure, but was the year when he came back winning 4 or 5? Was that added to his year? Is that on his total?
I would assume so. Yeah.
So like, if you really want to talk about it, MJ, that's minus 2 years, and then he came back at 39 to 40 played 2 years on the Wizards. That's 4 years.
Really like a year and a half kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 years.
So that's 11 years, and MJ accumulated all that stuff, man. Like the biggest thing though, like a lot of things with MJ with me, man. Like 6-0 in the finals, man. He's the only undefeated player of that caliber that's undefeated in the NBA Finals, man. And he's got all NBA six finals. Every time he won a chip, he's got Finals MVP every single time. You can't say that about any other player in NBA history besides you can't say about LeBron, but because he's 3-6, so he's won every time. But he has 3. He's lost 6 out of 9. So I'm not talking about him. So MJ's hands down number 1 to me, man. It's not even, it's hands down.
Yeah, MJ's the GOAT. Anybody who thinks different, I don't even know what to say. I try to be respectful of y'all, but definitely not of that opinion. But yeah, like you said, ain't too much to say. 6 for 6. Nobody in sports, just in general, has Montana close with 4 for 4. But 6 for 6, I can't think of an athlete as dominant. Only person that to me that comes close is Serena Williams. But come on, it's MJ. I mean, and I just wanted, what I love about MJ, and I get into just the competitiveness and the crazy of MJ. You know, it was just, I mean, just do yourself a chance and go on YouTube. One of the great things I like is, I think it was The Mind of a Maniac or The Maniac of Michael Jordan or something in that title. Watch that. It's crazy. Just endless stories. Just crazy things he would do, from, you know, shoot the free throw with his eyes closed. I seen a hilarious story where one day he came in early to shoot around, and you know how at the game they have like races. It's like a 3-horse race. Like for Yankee Stadium, you have the
trains. Yeah.
So he was talking to them, and he like, y'all know who gonna win every night? They're like, yeah. So he would find out every day and every time before the game. And he would bet Scottie Pippen, like, yo, I bet you it's going to be, and Scottie never caught on. He bet him $100 every time. Like, I bet. So Mike was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Him counting down from 40 on Steve Smith. You know, he told Steve Smith, I'm going to give you 40. Then he started scoring and going 38, 36, 34, and went down to 0 and got the 40. And it's just endless stories of Jordan's crazy, him making up stuff. You know, just
to get him another more of an edge on the game. Like, there wasn't enough to him. Like, then something else got to happen. Like, he got creating this. That's crazy. And that's another. I'm not to cut you off, but that's another part of it. Like, I should have brought it up. And what my criteria is, the mental aspect of the game, man. Everything. That's a huge part. That's like 40-50% on me, man. For me, it's a huge part, man. It matters in the game. It matters in sports. Trust me, man.
All my top 5 is killers.
They kill it.
I voted out. All my top 5 is killers. But yeah, another thing is, look at MJ's Hall of Fame speech. Another just pure comedy. He's crazy. He didn't thank anyone but himself.
Remembered everything, yo.
You know, and so, you know, as an individual, he ain't going to be my best friend. But I don't care about none of that. As a basketball player, he is the GOAT. He's crazy, and I love it.
And like you said, like, it wasn't just basketball. He was a competitor at every aspect of his. Like, he wanted to win everything, every single time.
I mean, he trash talked. There's a story of him trash talking Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton was the president while he was playing golf. Like, and he like trash talks you and crosses the line.
The president of the
United
States.
I don't know if you remember the USA documentary. He made, like, I don't even want to just speculate, but it was a cross the line joke about Magic Johnson. He was, you know, cutting Magic Johnson's ass, cutting all their asses because he hated all those old players because he looked like they didn't embrace him. And he just said something just way out of bounds to Magic, just about Magic being out of the NBA and, you know, the whole thing with the HIV. And so I just say that to say he was just crazy. He was crazy. When, like you said, the competitiveness, he was just crazy. He saw no...
Nah, yeah. But you gave an MJ story, so I want to give an MJ story. It's kind of whack though, but I just gotta give the MJ story, man. He was in playing against Utah away. He had dunked on a guard, whatever guard, somebody heckling from the crowd. Hey MJ, who was that? He didn't know why he dunked on somebody your own size or somebody like that. A few plays later, he dunks on Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton, 7'3" center. All NBA defensive center, by the way. He dunks on him. He looks in the crowd and like, is he tall enough?
Now, let me show you how so in tune we are. Look at my notes, and I forgot it. I've turned the page.
Oh, that was it right there. That's crazy.
For real.
But another MJ story about Chameleon. I ain't gonna get into that. That's what's so whack about MJ.
Look at the Chameleon. Please research Chameleon story about me and MJ.
This is the whack part about MJ, because on that court, man, but off that court, man.
No, on that court he's crazy too. Off that court he's crazy.
Nah, off that court.
They said he would if you fouled him too hard. They said he waited for you at the tunnel.
Nah, I'm not saying like that. I'm talking about like. Look at the Chameleon story, shit like that.
He's crazy.
He's not.
That's why I said he's not the greatest human in the world. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Not the greatest human in the world.
That's a fact.
But when it comes to playing basketball, man, and that's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't God, so I don't judge humans. But I am a sports guru, analyst, whatever you want to say. So I do judge sports. Now, I guess this is where we break apart.
Here we go. Here we go. Separation.
Now, what you got? What you got? On your paper. What you got?
Like, listen, man. I watched my first NBA memory, yo. You can look this up. I was born in 1985. I remember this. I was born into a Knicks household. My older brother, my big brother, Marshall, what up? Knicks fans. I remember this memory. Trent Tucker. I believe it was Christmas Day, 88, maybe 89. It was down. Knicks was down by 2. Inbound the pass with 0.2 seconds left. Corner shot to 3. From that year after, it was scientifically impossible to catch and shoot a basketball in 0.2 10 seconds. That was change the rule. He did it. He made it 3. That was my first memory. So I go back to that. I'm a student of the game, and like if I have a deep interest, like I'm like my second love, something like this. Sports is number 1. Rap music is my second one. I'm a student of the game. Trust me. I go back to history, documentaries, games, everything. Trust me. And I've not seen another better player than Kobe Bryant outside of Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant is my number 2 player on the list. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba. Like, yeah, I act like that. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it because he's not on my list. So I'm not even gonna try. I'm not really not trying to bring him up. But Kobe Bryant, 20-year NBA career, 2-time scoring champ. 1 regular season MVP, which is a goddamn shame. A goddamn shame. It's like pathetic how he got 1 season MVP. However, All NBA for first team 11 times, 2 on the second team, and 2 on the third. And that's 15 for his total career. So he made the All NBA teams 15 total times out of his 20-year NBA career. Towards the end of his career, he ruptured his Achilles and he came right out of high school. So that's pretty much, that's a good chunk. Yo, come on, man. Another all defensive, 9 times on the first, 3 times on the second. That's 12 total for his career. All-star selections, 18, and finals, 2 MVPs and 5 and 2 in the finals. Not to get back on MJ, but like 2 sides of the ball. Like, everybody want to talk about all-around player. Like, let's talk about the defense. Please, let's talk about the defensive aspect of the game, you know.
Yes.
And Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan was elite defenders. Lock you down. Drop 40 on you and you not scoring. You're going to have a good 12 or 8, if that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they call him, like, he's not I guess he's not an original player because he, like, I guess he cloned Michael Jordan. Like, I could say that. But so what? He got the job done cloning Michael Jordan. He put the work in. His number speaks for itself. He was a murderer. He would shoot you in your face 47 times, reload the clip, and shoot you 47 more times, yo. Kobe Bryant made shots like he's the toughest shot maker in NBA. I've never seen anybody in NBA history you could tell he worked in the gym. Like, all right, essentially he's crazy too. He's a crazy competitor. He put himself in game situations. I'm gonna try to work out the shot because you're not stepping on the court. Maybe he is because he's that damn good to step on the court and try that. But Kobe Bryant, man, I've never seen a better player outside of Michael Jordan than Kobe Bean Bryant. He's number 2 on my all-time list.
Now, with my number 2, I always flip-flop with my 2 and my 3. And when I was writing out my notes, my 3 on paper made a better argument to be number 2. But this is when eye test kicks in for me. My number 2 is Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy, the Big Diesel. 4-time champ, 3-time final MVP, 15-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 8-time NBA first team, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time second team All Defense. And we also got to consider he was at the heart of the centers and the centers playing defense. You know, the Dikembes, the Alonzo Mournings.
No,
So
at the heart,
as far as centers,
like defensively.
yeah.
Nah, man.
You don't think so? Whatever.
You just said it. He got 3 all defensive teams.
No, but I'm saying that's why he's not. He was second
Oh,
team.
alright.
And I'm saying that's why
He's like,
I don't criticize him for
Copy.
being not first team, because there was a lot of centers, a lot of
Yeah.
defensive centers
I
at
get
that
you saying,
time.
I get
That
you
was
saying.
probably like, the heart
And
of it.
there's now a third team all defensive. It's only on first and second.
All right, so yeah, so that's why I don't criticize him for being first, because I'm pretty sure Dikembe was there or Lonzo was there, and those, so that's not a bad person to be.
All right, my bad.
Nah, all good. So, like I said with the eye test, just the most dominating player I just ever seen. It's just nothing no one can do. I mean, people was trying to foul him, people was trying to jump on his back, and it just looked like little babies. It just looked like, a father playing with his kids or something on the biddies. Luckily, he wasn't, and I don't fault him for this at all. It just has to be this way. But he wasn't like the super in shape guy, because it just would have just been. I mean, he could have averaged 70 points or something. So luckily for that, but even still with that, he was the most dominating force I've seen by far. Also, when I sprinkle in the culture about it, you know what I'm saying? Just one of the best brands in sports.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely
That's
one of
still
the first.
going on hard. Like years after his retirement, Shaq is still one of the biggest brands in the world, yo.
Now, Jordan is probably the biggest brand in sports, but that's just that's all money purposes, and it's not his personality at all. It's just like, But Shaq, he was one of those people that brought his personality into it and found a way to make money and make movies and make shoes and make everything, you know what I'm saying? And Family Man and things like that. So Shaq is on my number 2 because he is, to me, the most dominating basketball player I've ever seen in their prime. It was nothing like it.
You think Shaq better than Kobe though, man?
So let me go 3. I'm gonna skip you. Let's go 3. Kobe's my 3rd.
Right.
I got Kobe number 3. Like I said, I flip flop any given day. You talk to me, 2 and 3 changes. Kobe's my 3rd because, like I said, Shaq just to me was just extremely just more dominating as far as prime wise. But Kobe was right there. Everything you said, is I piggyback off of and things like that. Kobe was crazy. He fits that Mike Jordan thing again that I love, where he doesn't care what his teammates think. He just cares about winning. Kobe was probably that a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying?
They both were actually.
When it comes down to, then he transferred, reinvented himself to the Black Mamba when he went to 24, and that was just like he played in such a great box and had such great footwork. You know what I'm saying? Where he didn't do too much. As he got older, he didn't do too much. He played in a small little box and hit a lot of tough shots, took a lot of tough shots. But the footwork was just poetic, man. It was just poetic with Kobe. Kobe just has a couple things that I just don't like. Maybe that's why I had a Shaq. This is childish, but he snitched on Shaq.
Nah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I gotta put that. Phoenix. We gotta just be even kill.
I think that's the biggest,
Phoenix.
the biggest blunder, the biggest mark on Kobe's career. That Phoenix thing, man, taking no shots and that. Come on, you gotta be kidding me with that one, man.
But at the same time, Kobe is so crazy and so competitive too, where he got rid of Shaq to prove he doesn't need Shaq, and he went along and won 2 Finals MVPs. And so, you gotta love him for top 5. Also, I want to add what my criteria is. This is people I see with my own eyes in my era. So you're not gonna get no Oscar Robinson. You're not gonna get a Jerry West. They might be. I don't know. You won't get Wilt Chamberlain.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I didn't see it. So
I would put the Wilt up there maybe, but now you're not winning no 2 championships, Wilt. Nah. Nobody in my top 5 got 2.
Yeah. So,
that's for sure.
So who you got 3?
Yeah, and just another thing to say before your Kobe Bryant and MJ, like they want the best teammates. Like you can't you gonna find a friendlier person and that, but them 2 got the best. They brought the best out of their players. Like Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, you're welcome. Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, you're welcome. Like Steve Kerr, all you guys, you're welcome. MJ, trust me, man. You couldn't play on that team and not sit there and play ball. You couldn't just sit there and forget it. You can't do what LeBron did. They're not gonna sit there and tolerate that from a player and sit there and have him do everything and you just show up and we hell no. It wouldn't happen on the Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant team. If it did, you got the hell up out of there, or you didn't play, or I don't need you. I got this. You're fine. I got this. But my third greatest player of all time is the Magic, man. My third greatest player, Irvin Magic Johnson. 13 years, 12 really, because he came back in that year and he was fat in like 95 or 96. He played 36 games, so 13 years they counted, but 12 really. 2-time steals leader. Like I don't like. Obviously he wasn't a scoring champ, but that was a Magic game to score. So I do like according to the player, like going on their size and chart. I'm gonna add if they let them in rebounds or steals or anything like that. So he 2-time steals leader, 4-time NBA assist leader, 3-time regular season MVP. 10 all NBA all NBA player, 9 on the first team, 1 on the second. 13 years, like I said, 12 really, 12 All-Star selections. 5 and 4 in the NBA Finals and 3 Finals MVPs. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard in NBA history. He's the greatest passer in NBA history. He's the only player on my list who's wasn't I guess a dominant high caliber scorer like that, but he impacted the game so much. He was so successful, like 9 NBA Finals, 5 and won 5 of them, 3 MVPs with James Worthy on your team and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like and another thing, man, I want to say about this, like everybody like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has some great numbers, but Magic Johnson was the best player on that team in the 80s. Yeah, he got old Kareem. Like he extended Kareem's career, if you ask me, and along with Kareem's on that hook shot. But Magic extended his career, but being that caliber player. First came in the league, 19 years old, and won the NBA, won a championship in the NCAA. Came in the NBA this following year, won the NBA championship, 42 points, playing center because Kareem was hurt against the Philadelphia team that had Maurice Cheeks, Julius Erving, and Moses Malone. Came in game 7, 42-19-7. MVP. That's like, come on, man. Like, are you kidding me, yo? That's never gonna be done again. That's never gonna be done again in NBA history. It's never gonna be done. And so Magic can walk away with that. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, we're not gonna say Magic was 6'9". He was guarding players 6 feet. He was the point guard, so it's kind of hard for him to sit there and be like a lockdown defender. But Magic played defense, like as you see, led the league in steals 3 times. Was he an All NBA defender? No, but he was a solid defender. He's not like he was just out there on some James Harden tish. Like, hey, I'm just out here, I'm kicking my foot out. Magic played D. He just wasn't an All NBA caliber defender, and his accolades speak for itself. Championships, all-time NBA assist leader. Is he? No, he's not.
Well, no, that's Stockton.
That's Stockton now. That's definitely Stockton. He's third on the list. Mark Jackson passed him. But, like, he retired as number 1 on the list, though. That's for sure. So, Magic done third on my list, man.
So, fourth, the only player who wasn't my era. I started to fall in love with him when I seen a documentary on, I think it was the Celtics versus the Lakers. No, it was Magic versus Bird. Then it was Celtics, Lakers. Then I had to go back and start doing my history. My number 4 is Larry Legend, Larry Bird. So with Larry, I know everyone doesn't do their homework. Most don't. So I gotta be here to break it down for some of y'all. Larry Bird was just killer, right? So let me just give you a couple Larry stories. Kevin McHale broke his record one night. His Celtics record, scored 56 points. So they asked Larry after the game, how did you feel about Kevin McHale breaking your record? He said he should have got 60. 9 days later, Larry Bird got 60 on the Atlanta Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Moments like when he stole the ball from the Pistons, great moments like that. The 3-point contest, right? So only person to go perfect. Larry goes into the locker room. They said he look in the locker room and go, yeah, I just wanted to see who was going to come in second. Now, we get so excited, and this is why we got to do history with players now. So, Steph Curry, people go crazy, and rightfully so, when he shoot and turn around before it go in. Larry, in a 3-point contest, was tied with, I forgot who it was, when he shot the last money ball, turns around, puts his finger up, which is, really think about that. You could look like a real asshole if that goal, you know what I'm saying? Swish, Larry Legend
with the warm up.
Yeah, with his warm up on.
I think it was versus Craig Hodges, if I'm not mistaken.
See, too real. We know it. You know what I'm saying? Man. You know, people give KD a lot of credit for having his triple double in the finals. People think that's why he won MVP. I think Steph Curry should have won. That was a whole other subject. But people think that's what took it over the top. Larry the Legend in the Game 7 had 39, 12, and 10. You know, Game 7. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. Do you like imagine that, yeah? Like people was like, all right, fine, like, here that was cool. Now you don't understand the pressure or the mentality you have to have 39 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists in the Game 7 of the NBA Finals, man. Right. Like, nah, you got to be a different kind of monster to sit there and do that, man.
He's different. He's had 47 points or more in triple doubles 3 times. It's either in the finals or the playoffs. I mean, this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. You know, another story, just a quick story. I think it was Xavier Daniels, this off the top of my head.
X-Men.
They was playing, and Larry told him it was to win the game. Celtics about to inbound, and Larry told him what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to go ahead and shoot it right in your face. And, of course, when Larry tell you he's going to do something, he do it. He went, did the exact play, shot it right in his face, and he told Xavier Daniels, Dad, there's still 2 seconds left. I meant to do it at 0. Larry was, and it's just endless stories. I can sit here all day with just these type of stories where Larry was telling people what he was going to do and did it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's my number 4. Unfortunately, you know, injuries took Larry out a little early.
Yep,
but even still with that, he still got 3 MVPs straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so if he didn't have back injuries, oh my Lord, he might be in my top 3. He might be in my top 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got Larry Legend number 4, man.
The Pistons started taking Larry out like towards the end, around like 80, 87, 88. He might have been sticking around a little bit longer. If him
yeah, they
Larry,
caught a wound.
Yeah,
he people forget he got hurt young.
Yeah, him and Mikal actually.
Yeah, so it's man. Who you got at 4?
Number 4 on my list. He's the only big man I have, the only center I have on my list, and that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's honestly, man, if you look at all his accolades, and then if you hear me read out all these or their career achievements and everything, he's arguably the greatest player of all time. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'll explain a couple of things why, but let me go over a couple of things with Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, aka Lou Alcindor. He started in New York City as Lou Alcindor, then converted to
New York.
You already know, Power Memorial. Then he went over to UCLA, won championships every year, undefeated. Y'all know the history. If y'all don't, yeah, too real. Yeah. But he had a 20 NBA year career, man. He's a 2-time scoring champ, 1-time rebounding leader, 6 regular season MVPs, 15 total All NBA selections, 10 on the first team, 5 on the second, and that ain't shit to gloss over, man. Like 15 All NBA selections, man. Like LeBron might do it if he continue to do it, but like it's literally
that's
only
crazy.
Yeah, that's out of this world. And that's a big man whose body break down. Usually they don't have like knee and back problems. That's
yeah, you know what? Why you say that? My fault to cut you off. This is pro marijuana for athletes. You know he was able to smoke.
Oh,
marijuana?
word?
Yeah.
He
was able to smoke.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense how he had a 20-year NBA career. Shit, name another center who had a 20-year NBA career. And then look at them on the end of their bench. Look at Robert Parrish on the Bulls. Like look at John Sally on the Bulls. Look at all these centers who kept on going and were just at the end of the bench with their warm-up jersey on the entire time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar started the first day in his NBA and his last day in the NBA. On NBA championship competitive caliber team. Mm-hmm. All defensive 11 total. He had 11 total. 6 on the second, 5 on the first. Out of those 20 years in the NBA, he was an All-Star 19 times.
That's crazy.
19 times he was an All-Star. 10 NBA Finals. He's 6-4 with 2 Finals MVPs. Like, he has all those accolades. Trust me, he had the long longevity career. He has it all. But 10 Finals and 2 MVPs, that don't really cut it for me. That's not too good. And then 6 regular season MVPs. That's absolutely that's the most ever. So that's definitely some. He got that on the list. He's the number one leader in points because of that.
Six.
Yeah.
What shocks me, and not to cut you off to talk about these other people, what shocks me is Kobe and Shaq having one. So that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Kareem
exactly. He
got
got 6 of them things.
Yeah.
But the thing with me and Kareem, he got most of those MVPs early in his career while he was on the Bucks. By the time he got to Lakers, even though he won his last MVP around like 1983, during the 80s, running got to the 80s, Moses Malone was the best in the NBA. But all these players, a lot of these times, like the players I named so far, except for like, well, not really, because the MJ, like you got to be the best player. This is top 5. We talking about top 5, so it gets real nitpicky. He wasn't the best player on his team. It wasn't the best player on his position for like the last 8 or 9 years of his career. I can't put you over to those players. I can't put you as the best. I can't put you with the rest of those players, even though those your career accolades might sound like you have, but I can't just because of those things. 2 Finals MVPs, one the best player on your team or as your position in the entire NBA for the last 8, 9 year career. I can't do that. But however, you brought up Shaq. The one thing I'll say about this, I got Kareem as my number 1 center of all time, number 4 on my list. But if I'm starting the team, I'm taking you the number 2 player. As a center, I'm taking Shaq first. Like Kareem, I say it all the time. Kareem's the greatest center of all time. If I'm starting the team, I'm taking Shaq first. And so like I can't say nothing about Shaq being nobody's top 5.
When we talk longevity and things like that, nobody touches Kareem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all, man.
LeBron.
But yeah.
He's getting there.
Yeah, but might as well keep the party going. You already mentioned him already. I might as well bring him again. He's number 5 on my list, and that's Larry Joe Bird from French Lick, Indiana. The white boy who couldn't jump, who wasn't fast, and had no handle, was out there serving them. Serving them like Master Jeffrey for a very long time at a high level. Like everybody's like talking about these LeBron numbers. Like, fam, go look at Larry Bird, please. Just take a look at Larry Bird and what he was doing. As you said, with like come on, like he was winning these NBA finals. He got to 5. He's 3-2 in finals. Let me read you his career accolades. 13-year NBA career, 12 really, because in 1988-89 season he played 6 games. So we're gonna see he had a 12-year NBA career, 3 regular season MVPs, 9 first All NBA teams, and 1 on the second. 10 total for his career. All defensive player 3 times. 3 times on the second, 3 times total. All-star selections, 12 out of 12. Because that 13th year, like whatever, he played 6 games. I'm not counting that. 3-2 in the finals, 2 finals MVPs. Larry Joe Bird, man. You said a lot about him, but the things he done in the court, the mental aspect, the things he said to players. They like, come on. Like the mental aspect of every single player on this list was above and beyond, and it cannot be like it couldn't be messed with. It couldn't be tampered with. Like they had their mishaps. They all lost in the finals except for one of them. But you couldn't shake them. You couldn't break them. You couldn't get them in the finals and have a player like JJ Barea outplay him in 4 straight games. It wasn't happening. There's no way in hell. No way in hell, man.
I mean, yeah, Larry, just one last thing about Larry. Larry was so crazy. He refused to do a commercial with Magic Johnson because you're not on my team. You're an op.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? You're an op. So I didn't, and Magic was, great personality, love everybody.
Yeah, smiling, all that.
Larry was like, nah. And it took him a while, and they later on, they're cool and cordial now, but Larry's crazy. Now, number 5. It's not LeBron. Not gonna, go LeBron bash crazy, but you can't really be. There's just too many negatives.
Nah, it's too much
to be in my top 5. But I went Tim Duncan at first, right? And then I thought that's not me. It's not really in my top 5. I never wear a Tim Duncan jersey. So my number 5, and and we gave him so much great info today. We gonna wait to talk free agency the next episode.
Yeah, word. I feel you on that one.
I'm gonna leave them with this though. My number 5, my man, 6 feet, 165 pounds, from Bad News, Virginia, Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson is my number 5 player of all time on my list. Now, you might think it sounds crazy. Let's look at the numbers. We heard everybody else's numbers. 11-time All-Star, 3-time first team, 3-time second team, 4-time scoring champ, 3-time steal leader, rookie of the year, and he got 1 MVP like Shaq and like Kobe. Now, this is what I didn't know until I looked it up. Now, Allen Iverson averaged 27 points, 6 assists. 6 assists for who's supposedly a Chuck. Don't pass the ball. 6 assists. You know, they do it to my man Westbrook too, but I watch. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Shaq's averaged 25, 5, and 5 for his career. Kobe averaged, hold on, where my Kobe stats at? Where's my Kobe stats at? Oh, no, sorry. Kobe averaged 25, 5, and 5 for his career. Shaq averaged 24, 11, and 2. So Allen Iverson is not he in that same ballpark. Now, for me, like I said, championships is huge. But the older I get, the more I realize to be on a championship team, you have to have a lot of good luck. You have to be in a great situation. Allen Iverson was never in that situation. When he was on that stage in the finals, he did win 1 game against the Laker team that swept everybody. So that's a big deal. He got 1 game.
The same kind of like situation LeBron was facing.
No, it's not the same. That
worse?
Laker team will beat the Warriors.
Nah, see, I agree with you, but it was like kind of similar. Like it was
and that Cavs team is better than that Philly team. That Philly team is the worst team I've ever watched with my own eyes in the finals.
Tyrone Hill,
Aaron McKee, like
how a shooting guard can't shoot?
Eric Snow. You got Eric Snow, Aaron McKee. Dikembe Mutombo, old Dikembe Mutombo. This is the starting 5. And what was the
Matt Geiger?
Yeah, you know that's the starting 5.
Theo Ratliff.
And they won 1 game against Kobe and Shaq, who swept everybody.
Word.
So that Cavs team
they
kill that Philly team.
They had it and they got swept.
But they won't kill that Philly team because of Allen Iverson.
I feel you. You know,
we gonna go out, but we gonna get 1. We gonna get a scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when they scratched King God in 300, and that was a win for them. The same thing with AI and that team. You was gonna say something.
You know, it's crazy. Like we have a couple of arguments before. Like as far as shooting guards, I got MJ 1, obviously Kobe 2, and I think my 3rd on my list is Dwayne Wade. And after you reading off AI stats, I've looked up D Wade real quick. He averaged 22, 5, and 4 for his career. 25, 5.5 assists, 4.7 rebounds.
D Wade had like a great 4 or 5 years stretch. He had maybe one of the greatest finals performances I've ever seen.
Yep.
But yeah, career. Well, yeah, Bubba Chuck.
I have no arguments with them. I'm not saying nothing about that.
He went out. He went out bad. He just couldn't. And it goes to the mental aspect of the killer. He couldn't adjust. So I think that's a big knock on him and why people don't love him now. When we talk about the culture now. This is why he's in my top 5. Besides on the floor, if you put Allen Iverson on the floor with whoever you think the other greatest 9 players are, no one's gonna cut his ass. So
absolutely.
So you can't say like it's not like he don't belong. So now when you add the culture part of it, nobody did for black men, especially black youth. It's just from imaging and just expressing ourselves and being able. You got to remember, no one had cornrows, no one had tattoos before that, and now look, everyone has tattoos, white or black. From LeBron James to Birdman to everybody to who's a more of a cookie cutter, or JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying?
All kind of crazy hairstyles now and everything.
Yeah, everything. All that is under Allen Iverson. LeBron James has been quoted saying, "I never wanted to be Mike or Magic. I wanted to be Iverson." So you got to remember, if you come from a certain era, the 2000s, Allen Iverson was your Michael Jordan. If anything, Allen Iverson might be more beloved than Michael Jordan because it's split for certain people with Michael Jordan. Allen Iverson, for the most part, besides, hating people who just don't get it. That's just not about the culture. But besides that, everyone loves Allen Iverson. He can go anywhere, any arena, and be mobbed. So when you look at the numbers, he's right up there. It just, unfortunately, he went out terrible. He never got a ring and things like that. But I don't factor because he never had a championship caliber team to me also. He maximized, if anything, what he could have did with that team. And so Allen Iverson is my number 5.
And the impact on the culture is so real, especially with dudes like us. Because I know in your hood, just like my hood, it's just called a different name. And Allen Iverson is the prototypical basketball player, and I came from my neighborhood. How he looked, how he dressed, his swag, how he played, how he didn't take none mentality, how he no scared, go into the lane mentality. That was basketball players from players.
Don't forget he had the bungees.
Yeah,
I forget when he dunked on Cammy.
He dunked it on dudes and all that.
Cross Jordan, of course, we know all that.
Scored 53 straight comms in his rookie year. Broke Will Chamberlain's record. Like, you breaking Will Chamberlain's record, you 6 feet.
Come on now.
And
I'm huge into, and this is why I like Russell Westbrook. I'm huge into, like we keep saying, competitiveness and just passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight up, man.
Just wanting to win. One of my favorite clips is just the clip of him and Kobe going back and forth.
Yep.
I just love that clip.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Two killers, two hell no's going back at it, and nobody's backing down. Nobody.
And Kobe also credits Allen Iverson for pushing him to the next level.
Absolutely, yep.
So it ain't my fault that or it ain't Allen Iverson's fault that he was in the East when it was tough and he had to play against the late Kobe and Shaq Lakers and those type of teams. If he had a cakewalk and had a bunch of times in the finals, and I ain't throwing no shot at nobody. But if he had a bunch of times, he probably would have won a ring. But when he got his shot, he did the best he could with Aaron McKee, Eric Snow. Like, come on now. And no disrespect for them, but they know they shouldn't be starting on the finals team. They can come off the bench. They shouldn't be starting on the finals team.
They a couple of pieces. They shouldn't be main factors in the finals team. They could come on, man. And another thing with Allen Iverson, man. Allen Iverson was a dude from the hood that made it. And not only did he make it to the NBA, obviously Allen Iverson not the only hood person from the hood that make it. But he's the first person that you could see on camera. Oh, he's from the year. Because you might could tell all these other dudes was from the hood off camera. But AI, you knew what he was representing. You knew where he was from. And you knew exactly how. Never, ever folded.
And, he went through a lot just to get there.
Yeah, he fought his way and he kept his key. And not only did he make it, he was a killer. He's an all-time great player. And he gets his respect from his peers from all across the board.
All across the board.
Everybody mentions AI, man.
All across the board.
Everybody mentions AI, man.
So AI is my number 5. So we just going to recap our 5s real quick.
In my 5, I got MJ, Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba, Irvin Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Joe Bird, French Lick, Indiana.
Yes, sir. And I got, of course, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, my number 1. I got Shaq Daddy, my number 2. I got Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba, like you said, my number 3. I got 4, my main man, Larry the Legend, who I had to go back and do my homework on. But I love him. And number 5, Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson, as rounds up my top 5. No LeBron.
No, he might like.
And
calm down, LeBronians. He's in my top 10. He's there.
I was just about to say, LeBronians
10,
is lucky I haven't seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robinson, because he might not be in my top 10 if I had an even deeper NBA history. Magic Johnson, he wasn't in my. Y'all lucky. Y'all very lucky that my history is not deep like the 70s and the 80s, because might not be in my top 10, but in my top 10 right now. At the back half of it.
right.
All right.
And
what you gonna say?
Shout out to France for making it to the World Cup with all the black players.
Yeah. A lot of Africans on there.
You know what I mean?
A lot of Africans on there, so we repping that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Who do you think they're gonna play? Tomorrow's the game. Italy versus Tony Kukoc and them. Croatia.
And England. They got England.
England, yeah, my fault. I said Italy. Italy didn't make it. I'm bugging on my fault.
I'm just surprised. It's England's first time in a long time. When I first started watching soccer, England was dominant, so I'll let England.
Yeah, I'm going England. I did the history. I'm just going England.
Let them go ahead.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going England, and I'm going for France and the chip. All the black players from France.
Yeah, when they were celebrating at the end of the game, I saw on their bus they was playing African music, African dances. Oui. So we out of this thing, y'all. Whatever y'all want to do, criticize, agree. We gonna go back and forth. We love it. So please do tell us what y'all think. Tell us y'all top 5. We love it, man. We gonna do the LeBron episode real.
Yeah, we coming on, y'all. We coming big smooth.
Yeah, Mike man, Mike Watts. Yeah, we need
we coming, man.
Y'all. So it's coming real soon. My homegirl Tam said she a LeBron fan. She keep telling me she got to pull up on me and give me some LeBron facts. So we coming real
Come on,
soon
Tam,
with
come on,
y'all.
pull up. You can't wait.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
We gave y'all a lot of gems, man. Do y'all homework.
Especially
For
my
your
man
homework,
Bird,
do the
man. For
homework.
real. Larry Bird, please, man.
Yo, limited edition Supreme joint. Just the Supreme is in the back, but limited edition Supreme Michael Jordan joint. And we out of here, man. It's hot, yo.